body, instead of our physical body being matter, what if our physical body is actually energy? What is frequency healing? My name is Cindy Huston, and I am the founder of Yoga Body Elements Frequency Wellness Center in Chicago, Illinois, in North America. It has been my pleasure for the last 30 plus years coaching individuals, groups, and businesses on how to access more connection to their physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body. And I've done this through practices of yoga, massage, energy work, cacao ceremonies, frequency wellness technologies, and more. Helping others remember who they are so they can live more empowered lives. So some of you may have heard of frequency wellness or frequency wellness technologies. And frequency wellness technologies we use here at the Yoga Body Elements Frequency Wellness Center. And it's giving space for people to look at their bodies in a different way beyond just being physical. So what does that mean? How do we carry our emotions? Sometimes we feel our emotions, sometimes we feel a physical pain, and we associate it to it being an injury. What if that physical pain was actually an emotion, an energy? What if that energy is something from the past? What if that energy is something that you picked up from your family? What if that energy is something from your DNA line? The nervous system is said to be our main internal highway, and different practices such as Chinese medicine or Ayurveda. Chinese medicine call our nervous system meridians. Ayurveda, they call them nadis. And it's our internal system that connects everything in our body. It's our highway. And if you think of a highway, driving a car, if there's a car accident or there's a stalled car, the highway stops. Everything stops and it gets backed up, and sometimes other accidents happen, right? It's the same with our body. If our energy system starts getting backed up, other issues can start to stack. But what if that wasn't from something that happened physically? What if that was energy? Whether that's internal energy, things that we put into our body, the air we breathe, the food we drink, the water we drink, the food we eat. What if that frequency was impacted by what we surround ourselves? The environments, nature. How does the body feel when you're in nature versus in an office building all day? How does your body feel when you're swimming in water versus being in a building that maybe has mold? Frequency. What if everything was energy? And then what if our healing actually happened through resonance? And so what does that mean? What do you resonate with? And we can look at, what do you resonate with? What do you like? What do you like to be around? What do you like to put in your body? What do you like to surround your body with? Who do you like to be with? Where do you like to go? What do you like to listen to? And then vice versa, what don't you like? What doesn't feel good? What makes you feel nauseous? This is all energy. These are all frequencies, and our body responds. to being in balance or being out of balance, in harmony or disharmony, likes and dislikes. What if our body was always listening and responding, and those feelings of what feels good and what doesn't feel good is just information allowing us, as the one in the body or observing the body, however you look at this, navigating where to go next. If you're just joining us, my name is Cindy Huston, and I am the founder of Yoga Body Elements Frequency Wellness Center here in Chicago, Illinois, in North America. And I have the pleasure of working with thousands of people over the last 30 years, coaching them on wellness through dance, yoga, massage, energy work, wellness coaching, and also cacao ceremonies and frequency wellness technologies that we've just implemented since 2017, which includes the infrared biomat lined with amethyst crystals, the biocharger NG, and the iPyramid iTaurus. And I have had the pleasure of watching thousands of lives transform over the last 30 years to become more empowered leaders, empowered family members, empowered sisters, brothers, friends, co-workers, business partners, through these many practices that I've had the pleasure of studying and continue to practice and learning about over the last 30 years. So what is energy? What is frequency? And I would love to hear in the comments, have you experienced any frequency wellness in your life? What do you hear when you hear the words frequency wellness? What comes up for you? What do you think about? So some examples that some of you watching might have experienced with frequency healing or frequency wellness or frequency practices are sound healings. A lot of sound baths are happening or coming up around with quartz crystal bowls, and some use the Tibetan metal bowls. And that these metals and crystals have different tones to connect to the body. We mentioned the nervous system, the meridians, or Ayurveda, the nadis, to help clear the channels, to help clear the pathways. We also have breath work and meditation. Notice, and I invite you right now as you're listening to this video to notice, how are you breathing? And you might notice maybe you're not breathing, maybe you're holding your breath. What does it feel like when you take a bigger breath, allowing the lower, middle, and upper lungs to expand? What does it feel like when you allow yourself a longer exhale and really allow what was in the body to be let go? Meditations, where does your mind go? What's coming into the mind? Do you allow yourself to race with all the thoughts, trying to catch each thought as it comes in and create a solution right in that moment? Or do you allow yourself to step back and observe as if you were watching the information coming in on a movie screen? Maybe you get an idea or an answer right when it arrives, and maybe you don't. And can you allow yourself to just be and observe? Noticing the difference in the body when you're trying to catch something versus allowing yourself to observe, maybe take action right away, or maybe just allow yourself to observe, waiting for that right moment when you know inside it's a yes and you gotta go. Take action on whatever that is. In a previous video, I spoke about restorative yoga. Restorative yoga is one of the most gentle yoga practices out there, and if you follow my channel here, and you type in Restorative Yoga with Cindy Huston, you will be able to be led through singular postures and also anywhere from 45 to 90-minute restorative yoga practices. And you'll get a feel of what that feels like. And put in the comments below, have you ever experienced restorative yoga? If yes, how was that for you? Share one word that restorative yoga feels like to you. On an energy perspective, how do you feel with restorative yoga? What frequency? Do you feel a sense of calm? Do you feel a sense of ease? Do you feel centered? Versus maybe some other practices, whether you run or you lift weights or you really love fast-paced dancing. Are you able to connect to that sense of calm? What different frequencies? And maybe we don't want to feel calm all the time. Maybe we want to feel energized. Maybe we want to feel excited. It's good to experience all that feels good to us in our human body. Then we also have energy work. So there's many of energy work practices out there. One energy practice that I've trained in is Reiki. I became a Reiki master teacher in 2011, and I train Reiki teachers all around the globe, both in person here at the Yoga Body Elements Frequency Wellness Center and also virtually online. So if you are interested in joining a training with me, I'll add that link, or you can go to the website and look up Reiki trainings at Yoga Body Elements, and we can get you set up to learn Reiki. But Reiki is considered an energy practice, and even amongst Reiki, there's well over 30 types of Reiki out there, and each one is slightly different. The Reiki that I was trained in was the Usui lineage from Japan. And most people connect to that Usui lineage as when they receive the energy, and even when they get attuned to the energy, that it feels like a calm stream moving through the body. That they feel a sense of peace, a sense of ease. A lot of people have said that they sleep better when they receive Reiki, whether they receive a Reiki session from another practitioner, or if they've been attuned to Reiki 2 and or Reiki 1 and on, that they can give themselves their own practice. This is energy. This is different frequencies. And if you have had the experience of receiving Reiki or another energy practice from other practitioners, you'll notice the different energy or the other frequency from those practitioners. One session might be led or received completely different than the other, and you can find the energy and the frequency that works for you and the energy that you're wanting to cultivate in your own life. Another is PEMF, and this is pulse electromagnetic frequencies. And these pulse electromagnetic frequencies are often found in wellness technologies. And these PMFs are simulating what it feels like when we are out in nature, when we are near a mountain, when we are swimming in a large body of water. These PMFs, there has been scientific research found that it balances out, regulates our anxiety and our depression, improves our oxygenation levels, improves the blood and circulation. And there are many other benefits out there for PMFs. And this is a frequency. This is an energy. This is a pulse that goes through, often through a different technology. Some of those pulses, the EMFs they fragment. They cause fragmentation. This is our cell towers, our cell phones, our computers. So where do we find our harmony? PEMFs. And then lastly, I've already mentioned a little bit, is connecting to nature. Nature has a frequency wherever you are in the world, whether it's connecting to a tree, sitting with a tree, touching a tree, planting plants, creating a garden, walking along the waterside. Notice how you feel out in the sun versus a cloudy day. Frequencies, energy. Do you have more energy once you spent time in nature versus being in a building all day? If you're just joining, my name is Cindy Huston, and I am the founder of Yoga Body Elements Frequency Wellness Center here in Chicago, Illinois. I work with clients all around the world, both in person and virtually distance, coaching them with different wellness practices, yoga, energy work, and getting clear, helping them get clear so they can have breakthroughs through anything that feels like a breakdown in their life, so they can go and live more empowered lives for themselves and with those that they love, their friends, their coworkers, their neighbors. And it's been my pleasure to share these practices all around the globe. So thank you for allowing me to serve you in this way. So I'm just curious if there's any feedback, what you're getting from learning a little bit more about frequency and energy. And I'm going to share one more frequency healing, which is grounding. And grounding can be done many ways. We've talked about the PEMF, pulse electromagnetic frequencies, which help us connect to the energies of the earth, the planet. There are different technologies out there, such as I practice with the Richway infrared biomat. And if you're interested in getting into a biomat or getting a biomat for your home or your business, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you with that or answer any questions you might have. I've been working with Richway biomats at my wellness center since 2017, and myself and my clients, since bringing them in, love it. The difference that they felt from just having a heating pad versus working with this EMF clearing amethyst filled mat that allows the heat to reach at a cellular level, going past the dermal layers of the body, allowing for more blood flow circulation, which supports with recovery. But there's also that grounding out in nature, taking off your shoes, walking on the earth, feeling your feet on the grass, breathing, taking deep breaths as you inhale, feeling the energy of the earth come up to your heart, your spine, maybe your center, your brain, and then exhaling out. Drawing the earth frequencies in. And if any of you are familiar with the torus, which we have, Taurus is here. I'll show you I've got one of our eye Tauruses here. We work with eye pyramid, eye Tauruses. The toroidal field, it goes up and out, and it also goes down and out. And so that energy, when we put our feet on the earth, we become that center of the torus, allowing the energy from the earth to rise up, allowing the energy from the sky to anchor down. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to add contact information, so if you'd like to reach out or learn a little bit more about what we're doing here at the Wellness Center in Chicago, or if you'd like some recommendations, if you are looking to get any sort of frequency healing, wellness practices going for yourself in your space, or even wellness technologies, I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. Reach out to me, yogabodyelements.com, email cindy@cindyhuston.com. Until then, a pleasure sharing this with you, and until next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.